to our channel. My name is Taylor,
Talia,
Tara, and we are
the Three Ts.
Today we're going to be doing a mukbang, little story time. I made this thing that my husband is like obsessed with. It's called, he just calls it like chicken potatoes, but it's literally potatoes, chicken, buffalo sauce, and cheese. That's all it is.
And they put nasty sour cream on it.
It's good.
Anyway, so we want to tell a little bit more about ourselves. But if you want, go grab you a plate of food to eat. You can eat with us. So if you watched my last video, I had kind of talked a little bit about my parents. People don't know that Taylor, did not really. I don't want to say like she didn't grow up with us, because there was times that she did. But like for the beginning half of it, like she didn't live with us.
So like in your normal setting with your siblings, you know, you guys, like they lived in the same household. I didn't live with them. Yeah. I think I tried living with them. Tara, like I don't even think you were born when I first moved in, right?
I don't think so.
No. Mom was like pregnant with her, I think. So, I think it was like 4th or 5th grade. I decided I was gonna move back. I decided that I was gonna move back in with my parents to try to like see if I would like it, and I didn't last very long. So I moved back home with my grandparents. So when my parents were really young, when they got pregnant with me, and there's like honestly maybe like they'll open up one day and like we can talk about it further, because I've always been told that I got really sick, like homesick, because my grandparents used to watch me all the time, so my parents could like work or go out or whatever. So what happened was, I guess I got used to being with them, so when I was with my parents it was kind of foreign to me. And so they said that they took me to the doctor and that I would just get really sick or something, and that the doctor was like, oh, she's homesick. But I don't really know like the full story from my like parents' perspective, so maybe they'll like open up one day and we can actually talk about it, because it caused me to be a very troubled teenager, like not having my parents, because I was always very jealous of like them or anybody really that was like, oh, my mom this or my dad this, because I basically grew up in my mind I grew up as almost like an orphan, because even though my grandparents were there and they were like my blood grandparents, it's not the same as like them having my mom, because like they're really, well, she's really close. I mean, you're fairly close to both of them. Yeah. And she's like really close to my mom, and I don't have that relationship with either one of them really. Like up until a year ago, like me and my dad just now started talking again, but I don't really have that close relationship. I pretty much hated my mom for the better part of my teenage years, and it just made me feel like an orphan, honestly. Like I couldn't relate to anybody that said, oh, my mom this, my dad, or like people who had really close relationships with their parents. I was very jealous, so it caused me to be really angry. So I didn't, like she said, I really didn't grow up with them. I lasted for like a year, honestly, like a year or so, and then I moved back home. So I lived with my grandparents for the majority of my life.
And well, I mean, when she was moving out, like I think I was like in elementary school already, and I can like vaguely remember one day was coming home from school, and I saw a bunch of shoes in a box, and they were hers, but I didn't even know what was going on, because like I said,
when I moved back.
When you were moving back out.
Oh.
Yeah, when she was leaving, like I didn't even know she was leaving, because like I said, we didn't really sit down and talk about stuff. Like we just kind of let things happen.
One day I just decided, I'm like, this is not for me, I need to go back home. So I called my grandma and I was like, I want to come back home. I can't do this.
And yeah, we never like sat down and was like, okay, this and this is happening. We just kind of did it and just kind of caught on to what was going on, because I saw her stuff was being packed up, but you know, me being who I am, I didn't know what was going on. And at the time we lived like in a little apartment, so we literally had like 2 bedrooms. It was just my mom and dad's room and then our room. So you can imagine us having like all of our stuff in one room. But yeah, so I see them like, you know, cleaning this stuff out or whatever, and I didn't really think about it, but before I knew it, she was moving back out, and I don't know if Tara was born yet or she was like a baby.
I don't think I lived with you guys once she was born, right?
I don't know because like,
I don't remember.
I remember us sharing a room, but not till she got like a little bit older. And not a lot of people even really knew like the whole story because we, like I said, we didn't really talk about stuff like that. And when my friends came over, like they knew I had another sister, but they didn't really ask like, oh, where's Taylor at, or you know, like why isn't she here? But like I never had to really go through that. And like I said, Tara was pretty young, so it's not like she had a bunch of people coming over or whatever.
But I think even as we got older, it was like, oh, you have sisters? Like, where are they?
Yeah.
You know? And people couldn't understand, like, why we didn't live together or, like, what the story was. And, like, we could probably go in depth, but we need, like, our parents' permission to talk about stuff like that because it's not our business to talk about. But I think it was just, like, hard for people to understand.
There was one point in time where we lived all together because Taylor slept in her room and then I shared a room with Talia. And
You live at Mama's house?
yeah,
Dude, I got, like, repressed memory. I don't remember none of this stuff.
but then
Because like I said in the video, when my parents were splitting up, they told us that we are staying at my grandma's house for the summertime. Because what my mom told me was like, oh, we're gonna spend some time at Memo's house, you know, for the summertime. But they were in the process of splitting up, so we were kind of like transitioning to my grandma's house. But then we were all living there together.
What was that like? I don't even remember.
I don't really remember either because I was in school. Well, I mean, we were in school and she was working, I believe.
Yeah, I was in college already.
Yeah, so she kept going to school and working, and I was in school. Tara was in school. But like Tara said, for a while she wasn't even living when I was living there. She was living with my mom.
that's because there was this one time I was in 3rd grade and I had gone to Texas with my dad, and when I came back all my things were packed and I'm like, what? I'm like, where are we going? And she's like, oh, you're moving out. And I was like, I don't want to move out. So I had to move in with my mom for like my 4th grade year. But then I guess and then for the summer I stayed with my grandma. And then my mom gave me a choice finally to if I wanted to move back in with my mom or if I wanted to stay with her. And I was like, I'm gonna move in with them. And then that's when me and Talia and I lived with each other. But Taylor already moved out at that time.
Because this one got married or whatever, and later on moved out.
And
That
then,
was only 3 years ago.
and then
Still.
and
So
then
it wasn't in 3rd grade.
No, I'm talking about later on.
When did you move in with Mama?
I was in 5th grade.
It's all confusing. It's very confusing.
Because I only moved out 3 years ago. Over 3 years ago. Yeah, a little over 3 years. We have very complicated lives.
Yeah, I can't even remember how things
Yeah.
happened. Anyway.
Oh no, you weren't moved out. You were still living there. But then like afterwards, then you moved out, and then Talia took your room, and then I took her room.
Oh yeah, because didn't you live in the front room?
Yeah.
That wasn't even a room, but yeah.
Yeah, where you like first walked in the house, that's where Tara
The doorway,
was.
yeah.
So everybody's always going in and out, in and out.
I got eaten up by mosquitoes. You have no idea.
But anyway, back to when we lived in the apartment. I can't really remember much because, like I said, we were young and we were just like, I don't know. I was busy with school and I was always with my friends because, like back then, we would actually go outside and play with our neighbors and play with other children. So I was
We
always
had good times.
yeah. Except when you got in trouble, but when she did live there, she was getting in trouble
All the time. Also, it's a
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, and I feel like whenever you're younger, like we fight like all the time. Especially me and Tara.
I got in trouble for the most stupidest things.
But yeah, I didn't really pay attention because, like I said, I was always busy, like keeping myself busy. And we went to my grandma's house a lot, so that was like the main time that we would visit her and like spend time with her. Was when we would go over there.
But
But other than that, we never really seen each other.
And the sad thing is like, I had these sisters that I wasn't even close to. You know, like, we were a lot more closer to, like, our friends. Like, we found, like, sisterhood in our friends, which is really sad because of the fact that we didn't grow up together, like, you're just, like, you know, like, now, I think we're finally starting to come around now to we're a lot closer, but, like, when you grow up with, like, your sister and you say, like, your sister is your best friend, like, we didn't have that. I mean, as far as, like, I didn't have that with either one of them. And me and Tara, we have, like, such a huge age gap. We're, like, almost 10 years apart, you know? So it's a huge age gap between us.
And Talia and I were a lot closer when we were younger because she took care of me a lot of the time when mom or dad were working. So, like, she was technically, like, a babysitter for me, like, all the time.
I was like mom number 2.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, yeah.
But yeah, because, you know, they usually say that, like, the older sibling is supposed to, you know, help look out for the other ones or whatever. Well, since she wasn't there, like, we didn't really have that, so that's why I was always having to watch Tara and, like, just be there, like she said, because my parents were working all the time. So I was, like, head of the house because I was older.
It was just really difficult, like, being an outsider almost. And the thing is like, we each have our own perspective of our childhood. So me, like, even as, like, an adult now, like, I think even more, it breaks my heart even more now that I wasn't there to, like, protect my sisters and be there for them, like, the way it's supposed to be. And Talia, like, I don't even know if you remember this, but Talia used to, like, write me letters, and they were, like, little coloring. Yeah, it was really cute. They were, like, these little colorings, and she used to write, like, I don't know, I might even have some. They used to say, like, will you come back home? I miss you, come back home. And I'm like, bro. But the thing is, just I was so young, like, I didn't have any power, you know? And I remember, like, telling my grandma growing up, like, can't we just bring her over here? Like, why can't she just come live with us? So, like, growing up, it was very difficult, I'm sure, for all of us. The fact that I couldn't be there, because just, I tried giving a chance to live with my parents, and I really couldn't do it. And it was really hard for me to, like, have to leave and not be able to take her with me. And so, like, it was really hard to have to see her and, like, hear stories now about how she had to take control over her, and the fact that we just weren't together, you know, like, it's really difficult. And so I feel like in some way, like, maybe we are a little jealous of other siblings that we see that are, like, really tight knit and grew up together, and they have all these stories together, whereas our stories are pretty, like, boring. Not even boring, but they're just, like, when we were younger, like, they're not great. I feel like that's so sad to say, but they're just, like, they're not
And,
great.
like, well, our memory sucks. Tara has pretty good memory, but when we try to think, like, oh, what are, like, really cool things we've done together?
None.
We don't
Like,
know. Like,
when you guys ask us to do a story time, it's really difficult for us to find a story time where we've all been together.
Yeah.
Like, and I think that's why we're doing this, to show you guys, because we've had quite a few requests, like, do story time together, and it's like, we really don't have one. Like, as honest and sad and pathetic that sounds, we don't have many story times together.
The only time we ever have like an actual story time is when we were like go to a different state. Like when Talia and I went to go to Texas to see you, or when we would go to Indiana with
yeah,
Dad.
we've been like Indiana all together. But even then, it was just like a quick little road trip, and
I mean, when we went to Texas, we just made Tara cry a lot.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and that's not really a full story.
Tara was such a titty baby.
Y'all heard me.
Sorry, buddy.
Stop, Marky.
Take it back, get your face. Take it back with me.
take your that music.
Grandma, someone can, yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh my
Because
god.
we used to have like these sayings that we would make her say, and because when she would try to say it, we would just interrupt her. So then she would get so mad and then just say it like super fast. So she'd be like, Grandma was like, okay, yeah. And then
Jay, man, should raise me.
we would laugh because she was mad, and that would just
And then I
upset
started
her.
crying.
We're all very sensitive.
Yeah, and like she said, now that we're older and we can think back on those days, like it is kind of heartbreaking because you're just like, wow, like this is what really happened.
Yeah.
But since me and Tara spent so much time together, we would fight so much. Like,
Well, because it was more of like a mom
that
type of.
that is just like, I don't know. Tara would just like annoy me so
I
easily,
still annoy you.
but
We
she-
still fight. Like, don't get it twisted. We just fought the other day. Like, we still fight, but
It was
but
yesterday.
not like we used to at all.
and not like we're sitting here like torturing her, like trying to make her cry.
No, but
Right.
but yeah, like I just feel so bad because I was like, we only mainly had each other, you know, and
Yeah.
in those times we spent fighting and arguing, and I would like make her cry, and I'm like, I was a horrible sister, but you know, it's just we were young, and
Yeah.
we would always just like pick on each other. But like I said, we just were together so much, and it was just like it would just get too much for me. Like I'd just be like so annoyed. Yeah, I mean, I guess it was just like we all got affected in some type of way. I mean, like I said, like we didn't have a horrible life. Like we,
It just wasn't like the greatest life of all.
Yeah.
I mean, because like I said, my parents worked like a lot. They both worked.
I will say one of our favorite things to do together is to like what is it? Like say movie quote,
Like reenact.
reenact. Yeah, that's like one of our. I feel like that's one of our.
Yeah, like TV shows, movies, mainly.
Oh, my cheek meat. It's adventure time.
How do you know
I'm
that?
13.
You're messing me up. At Caleb.
So again, I just wanted to add, it's not like we had like the most worst childhood in the world.
No, by far.
It was just very different than like the typical big family type situation.
Yeah.
And I mean, of course, there's more to the story, but we don't really want to go into all of that right now. And that would be a longer video. But yeah, we just kind of want to explain a little bit of how our situation is and why we can't really say like a lot of topics or different stories. Now that we're older, we are like a lot closer, and we tend
Yeah.
to we've spent a lot more time together.
And we actually have to thank you guys for that. Like, those of you who still watch our videos, we don't know why. We don't know why you subscribe, but thank you. And like, I think like YouTube has honestly like has brought us closer together. Like, it's fun for us to sit here together and talk to you guys and just like share, and hopefully you guys can relate to us, you know, somebody out there. I think that's part of the reason too why we started this, is because like not only do we have a lot to say, but we hope that our experiences can help you guys in some way. Like, if we can get through something, you know, that's at the end of the day, like we want to be able to help people, you know.
Like we like to be relatable and kind of give like our advice. And like she said, there's somebody out there that has like a similar situation to us, so you know somebody can actually be like, man, there's somebody else out there, you know, that's going through what either I'm going through or what I've been through. So that's why we like to make videos like this. Some people might not like it, but you know, you don't have to watch anyway.
That's why we have funner videos.
Yeah. So on that note, we're gonna go ahead and go away now. End the video.
If you like this video, like it. If you don't like it, like it.
And make sure you comment down below what else you would like to see, or you know, if you want to share your experience, you can go right ahead. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. That way you are here for our future videos. And if you want to, go ahead and watch our other videos. And we will see you next time. We're taking applications.
Taking sister out.
Yeah, for a new person to be on our
Well, it's
channel.
not like I'm your real sister anyway, so.
You're right, you're nothing.
You know what I am? I'm
Okay.
that. You see that?
Nope, of course not. You're dumb. What?
I'm nothing but air.
You're gonna be watching that video.
want to put that in there.
Dad said what videos?
Our mom watches our videos. I know that.
All the time.